September long weekend when it was the busiest record on weekend on any weekend for us, with 5 call-outs that particular weekend, including a boat crash where unfortunately there was a fatality. For some reason, one came over, collided with the other one. It rolled over, ejecting the people in one of the boats, and the other person they couldn't find. When we arrived on scene, I was with the second boat, which commenced a search immediately. We searched until 2 o'clock in the morning and couldn't find the second victim.
A very unusual boat collision. 2 cigarette boats ended up colliding, and ended up doing a water search and a rescue of one of the persons on board that boat.
Here they're probably capable of at least 120, 130, somewhere in there. The first crew that was dispatched, I was on the second crew. They realized once they got down to their boat and were getting organized and whatnot that it was probably going to end up being a search. And that's when the second call went out, and I was on that one. But it was dark, very dark that night.
Well, that night we got a call about 10 after 8 that there had been a boating accident and that there were people in the water. We convened at the station, went out with both boats that evening, and a number of paramedics from BC Ambulance went out to the site and were met at one of the boats by one of the survivors that was in one of the boats. And he indicated to us that the problem was with the other boat and that there was an individual in the water. And so we proceeded over to a slightly different location. We're met there by the RCMP. Then we proceeded back to the scene of the accident, and we had punched in the latitude and longitude of the last known position of the 2 boats. And we started what was called an expanding square search with our boat. And the second rescue boat, Rescue 1 from the station, was doing what we call a shoreline search and then a parallel line search, starting at one shore and crossing the lake back and forth.
Raymarine has done such a great job bringing the new applications to life and the ease of which to use it. You know, the search functions are probably going to be one of the best assets for search and rescue. Whether it's an expanding search pattern or a creeping search, a parallel shore search, used to take us 10 to 15 minutes to set up and do it properly. With now the new Raymarine system, we can do that in literally 2 minutes, which in a lot of times will make the difference of life or death.
In this example of a search, we'll just say, for instance, we get a call out on the water where a person was swimming out there, the wind came up, and just say the wind's going in a north position up here, and we've got people on shore looking, the rescue boat's being called out, and we're going to want, in this case, we're going to want to set up a parallel search. So in our example, we'll do a parallel search. So I'll call this as our last known position where the person was seen. And we're thinking we want to basically set an area of a search area in this region. When we come on station, is number 1 where they are, how far of an area we want to cover, and we're going to say our search pattern, our parallel search pattern, is going to go like this. And so we want to know what our major axes is here. And we'll say we want to go out 2 miles one way, 2 miles the other way. So that'll be 4 miles is our major axes. And we're going to need to know how far out we want to go this way. And we'll say we want to go 3 miles out. So that's information we'll need to know for the Raymarine. And also a few other things. What kind of spacing do we want during our turns? In this case, we'll say 1,000 feet. Another thing we'll want to do is get to our commence start point, or CSP, commence start point, and we'll call it right there. So what we would do in this case, we get called out once we talk to people on the shore and we determine what our search is going to be. We're now going to go basically down the shore to what we call our CSP, our commence search point. Then we're going to set in to the Raymarine, what you'll see in a moment. When we're at this point, so this is going to be 2 miles from where we last saw them to where we're going to start the search. And so we're going to actually go another 2 miles past. So that's going to give us a 4-mile search pattern. We're going to turn every 1,000 feet and come back. And we're going to go as far as 3 miles. And we're going to call that our search pattern. So we get the boat there. And it's going to take us a minute or two to set up this search pattern and start. This is one of the beauty things about the Raymarine system. We're also going to need to know what direction we're going to start with. So if we say in this case north is up here, then we're going to say our direction is 90 degrees magnetic. So that's going to be our direction. So we're going to need those things. We're going to need our major axes, how far we're going to travel. Then we're going to need to know how far up the search we're going to go, and we're going to go up 3 miles. And we want to know how much distance between the spacing we have, so we turn around and come back. So let's set up the first parallel search. So once we're at the point we want to start the search, we'll just select the menu bar, select new, and then search pattern. This is where we have the option to choose one of the following built-in search patterns. We said we're going to start a parallel search. So it's pre-programmed for 6 knots. 950 feet is about 1,000 feet. That's good. So our first initial direction we said is going to be at 090. 0 degrees magnetic. So we have the option of what direction we want to choose, port or starboard. In this case, we want to choose port, as we wanted to start on the port side. So we're going to choose port. And then we decide we wanted to go 4 miles for our major axes. So we're going to bring this down to 4 miles. And then we want to go 3 miles out from the beach, as that's going to end our search. And based on our information, that's what our information is going to look like. And at this point, we're going to tell it to follow the route. The other common search we're going to be using is the expanding square. Simply press the menu button, new, search pattern, and expanding square. This is where we're going to choose the information we need to build the route pattern. So the track spacing, what we're going to do, we're going to come down to 900 feet. We're going to then choose how fast, so 6 knots is a good speed. And then we're going to choose how many legs. So that means that each leg to each waypoint is a leg. So there's 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can choose as many legs as we want. So in this case, let's go to 10 and tell it to create the route. And at this point, we're going to tell it to follow the route. At this point, we've told the system where the first initial waypoint is. We're now navigating towards it, and we're given a direction, a bearing of 328 degrees magnetic. And our first leg, when we get to that initial point, our first leg, we're going to tell the helmsman to go to 7 degrees on his compass, and it's going to tell us how long before we get to the next waypoint. And so here's the time to the next waypoint. In this case, we're 3 minutes before we get there. And it's also always going to give us the next waypoint in the line, so we'll be able to give the helmsman a heads up what direction we want to go. And in our case, we're always going to go 90-degree increments, but we can always tell the helmsman exactly what course he's looking for on his compass. So it literally takes less than 30 seconds to set up an expanding square once we get close to the search area. Double check that we have the track started. So when we select our boat on the screen, just ensure it says stop track, because that means the track has already started, and it normally does that whenever we go and follow a search pattern. So as you can see, we have 10 legs entered here. So there's the first leg, second, third, 8th, 9th, and 10th leg of the search pattern. At any time, if we wish to stop the search, we can hit stop route, go to routes, searches. So anytime we do one of the search and rescue routes, it's automatically going to start up a route for us and name it automatically. So now that we're in the edit screen here, we'll always want to save and name the SAR route by choosing rename route, and we'll put in the date, put our finger where the cursor is, say is today's date, and the year, and just hit save route. So that way we'll always be able to save that route in case we have to go back to it for whatever reason.
You can actually set this up in minutes and be searching for someone potentially in the water or around boats next to shore. So it's a really, really important function. We want to be clear on where we're going, and we're going there safely. We don't want to put any of ourselves or our crew in danger. And the challenge is when we're doing these search patterns and we're trying to find, if an example what we've seen before with someone going in the water at dusk or nighttime, speed is critical to get there. We want to get there safe, then we want to start a search very effectively and very quickly. We might only have one of these a year. Our mission is to save lives on the water.